I am untouchable. There was this man, let's say he was still a boy, in a city so great and grand that you could say it was a country by itself. A city that conquers your heart as soon as you set foot on its surface. This is the story of a boy that said he could not be touched. I believe this story began on a day that was boring. A day like all other days, except now and then you realize how boring a day is and then you try to do something about it. It started on a day like that. It was a city that called his name and he came, picking up stuff. It had never felt so easy. All the weight he could carry, all that he would need. A plane took him there, rushing through thin air. The city was so happy at the arrival of this boy that he wanted to thank him. Late on that evening of arrival, it whispered in his ear, "Explore me and run through my veins. Explore me like off-track trains. Explore me. Do you believe in my power? Explore me. I will devour." This said, he ran the streets he did not know, the streets that would soon start to eat him, without him knowing it, destroy him. That first night was the night that he fell in love, not with a man nor a woman, but a fluid that burned his throat out like fire does a dead and dry forest. As the day passed by, he saw him, her, whatever you want to call the damn thing, almost every day. Like friends, like lovers, like life companions. A tragic and pathetic love that would never be answered, just accepted for what it was. A one-sided feeling. More and more days went, like they came at night, it took over. Just like the city, big as a country, the fluid that burned, it was trying to get him. The night knew he had been taken by those two, and it had to come up with something special to keep him close. He could only think of one sentence that would strike him down. If this would not work, he would give up. This one sentence he uttered, even in the presence of his two lovers, and it went something like this: "The day is merely an illuminated night." He fell in the arms of the night, lifted on his hands those great words, so true, fair, reliable. Through all of this, not seeing the light, the people that cared, wished he would stand up. He could not even hear those voices anymore, and when one did, the night would whisper in his ear, jealousy. The burning fluid would say, "You'll miss me," and then the huge city, like a country as big, would end it. "You don't need them when you have us." And the boy would react by saying, "I am untouchable." As the days had completely been taken over by the night, they started to faint into the darkness, and night would disappear in. He would do as the days do, faint. More and more, and more, he fell deeper. Oh, how he could not touch the ground, with the super power of being untouchable. One night, while the boy was dancing it away, he hit the ground, his face expressionless, pointing to the left. The one weakness of being untouchable is knowing that you are, which makes it something visible, and that makes it touchable.